Hello friends, I have made this video Python made easy for few of my friends who are feeling it is very difficult to understand Python. In this video you will be able to understand Python in a very simple and lucid manner. I have made very easy steps for you to understand the Python and its data types and all the other important things in Python which are required for understanding the language. So let us go with that. Basically, as you all know, Python is a programming language which we use to build games, websites, and also we can use it for software development. But how do we go about learning Python? That is very important. So let us see the next slides and we can understand some important things. So friends, in this video, I have made something very unique. That is, I have linked Python to English and made you understand Python as a language. So Python basically is a language and I'll link it and make you understand it in a very simple way. So first one, as you know, English is a human language where it is human to human interaction. Python is a computer language which is high level and it is human to computer interaction. So that is the difference. And next you can see there as I've written, English has letters, it has words, it has statements, it has grammar. And Python, it is same, almost same, but there's few differences. It has statements, keywords, operators, and libraries. What libraries we will discuss later. But basically, this is the thing how I'm linking English and Python. Basically, both are languages. In English, we talk as we are doing now, and Python we talk with the computer. So here, as you know, these are the things which you need to remember and understand. So let us go to the next part. Python and English rules. Friends, this is very important. See, rules of English and rules of Python almost same. Just the thing is that Python is a logical language. English is a regular language. So the first thing you can see there, we have small letters in English. The same way we have small letters in Python also. Python is case sensitive. So if you have a small letters and capital letters, both will be not considered as same. So there is a difference. And the next thing is punctuation marks. In English, we have punctuation marks like comma, full point, and all. In Python also, we have statement termination marks or statement separation marks. So again, those things are same there. This is just to make you understand. I'm not teaching any main part here. The main part will be coming up next. Now, this is just an overview for you to understand English and Python. In English, we have grammar. In Python, we have operators which connect two things. And in English, we have brackets to separate the different clauses. In Python also, we have brackets. In English, we have simple, compound, complex sentences. Here in Python also, we have loops. And next, in English, we have nouns, verbs, and all. So here we have identifiers. Like identifiers are the things which similar to names. Okay, so you will understand that as we go ahead. Next one, we have paragraph spacing in English. In Python, we have indentation, that is the gap. You will understand that when we go to the next part. Next, we have statements in English. In Python also, we have statements, that is if, else, elif statements. We will understand that slowly as and when we proceed. So let us go to the next slide. So friends, this is very important aspect of this video. You need to understand why Python, we need to learn Python. Suppose, imagine we have a person, Vijay. He wants to construct a house. Okay, you can see he wants to construct a house. When he wants to construct a house, he needs to communicate with the mason, that is a gaundi. He needs to communicate with him and tell him what kind of house he wants. Then his house will be ready. But if he is not able to speak with the gaundi or the mason, if he is not able to communicate with him and tell him what kind of house he wants, how will he be able to get that house? How will he be able to? How will the mason be able to build that house? It is not possible. So let us see now. Now Vijay is a person who needs to communicate with the Gaundi, but he doesn't know the Gaundi's language. Now the Gaundi is like the microprocessor to which we give the inputs in the computer and get the output. What is the output here? The output is the house. So if I give correct inputs to the Gaundi, who is the microprocessor, I will get the house which is ready. That is the output. But it is not possible here because Vijay doesn't know Gaundi's language and Gaundi in the sense Mason doesn't know Vijay's language. So there's a problem. Now we need something which is very easy and simple, which can connect both of them. Let us see. Okay, now you can understand, friends. Vijay has a friend who is called as Python. Now this Python is a very easy language which can connect between the computer and Vijay. That is the Gaundi and the Vijay both can be able to communicate easily. So this Python is an easy language. Why Python is required? Why is Python so famous, the reason is Python is easy language. It can communicate with the, it can help the person communicate with the computer or the system in an easy way. You don't have to learn huge lot of coding. So that is how when Vijay takes the help of Python or his friend and communicates with the Gaundi or the mason, he gets the output, that is his house will be ready. Okay, so this thing I hope will make you understand why Python is so much in boom today. The reason is it is very easy and simple and it is easily understandable. Okay, the next part we'll see, friends, in this thing. We'll see our data types in Python. This is the most important part in Python, which is called as data types. Now you need to understand what are data types. Many people struggle, they don't understand, I mean, why we use data types, why we have data types. So we'll see that. So first thing, imagine, friends, you are talking to one of your colleague or a friend, or imagine you are writing or reading a book. Now, how will you come? How will you exchange data? How will you exchange matter? So you will have either alphabets, or you will have in that alphabets mean, I mean letters and words will be there, and you will have numbers. In a book, you will have numbers, you will have alphabets, or you will have photos, images. So by that, you will be able to communicate easily. You'll be able to communicate easily with your friend, or maybe you can read a book easily. Now, this is common data types. I mean, data is in different types: alphabets, letters, words, numbers, photos, and different things. So here, if you see data types in English, what are, if you see in English language, which are the different types of data which we can see? First is letters, as you all know. Next one is words: an, am, the, cat, dog, simple words. Next one is numbers. Numbers in the sense Hindu Arabic numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, punctuation marks, exclamations, and phrases and idioms. These are things which you basically see in English, isn't it? So the same thing if we apply to Python, there are some data types in Python also. So let me see that. Data types in Python. So see here, friends, these are the things. These are the three most important and basic data types in Python. That is first one, they call it string. What is string? String are basically alphabets and words. Next one is int. Int in the sense integer. Integer means whole numbers. Next one is float. What are float? Float are basically decimals. Friends, float are decimals. You can see here. So decimals, numbers, and words. So these are three things: string, integer, and float. These are three things, three data types in Python. So there are few more which we'll see now. Few more data types. First one is double. We say double. Double is that data type which is having very is a basically a large number. Next one is Boolean. What is a Boolean? Boolean is basically true or false, friends. When I say something, if I want to know whether all the data is, all the customers have brought the products or no, if I want to check that, that time it will be yes, either true or false. That time we can use Boolean, that is true or false. Next one is long and integer. So what is this? Here we have long is basically integer, which is large number, basically a large number, and double is double, and this one you can see the difference there. Double is decimal, it has a decimal there. Long is a whole number. And next one is character, char. So letters, space, punctuation marks, all these come into these data types. Okay, so next thing we'll see is few more data types, and this is very important, friends. First, what we see is a list. List, this is very important data type. Why we have lists? We have, when we have huge amount of data and we can put it in simple form, that we call it as a list. So for example, you can see a list is, I have a square brackets. So here the important part, friends, is the brackets. List will have square brackets, tuple will have round brackets, and dictionary will have flower brackets. So what is the difference here? List, if you see, has square brackets, and you can put inside the list, you can just put A, B, C, any, you can put your names also. And integers, I mean, this I've given a name, integers 8, this is a name given. Okay, you can give any name, 5, 8, 5, 6, 3, 2. I've given some numbers. So this is a list now. This list can be name of students, name of the customers, list of the items which the customers have purchased. So that can be this list. Now, what is this mutable? Mutable in the sense, any data in this list can be added or deleted. So that is changeable. It is mutable. Mutable in the sense you can add or delete some information from that. Tuple. What is this tuple? Tuple is similar to a list, but here we have the important point is how is it differentiated? It has round brackets. The important point is it is immutable. You cannot change it. You cannot change it. You cannot just delete any data. You can just add any data. That is tuple. The next one is dictionary. You can see here in the dictionary we have flower brackets. What are these? Friends, you can see here I've written A is to 5.5, B is to 6, C is to 7, D is to 8. So what are these? These are key value pairs. These are known as key value pairs. In dictionary, all the data is stored in one key and a value. It is stored together with the key and a value. What is that key value? For example, you can see here down below, I have written here Raju 23. What does that mean? Raju's age is 23. Pawan's age is 16. Suresh's age is 9. So if I mention like this, it means that for that person's name, there is a certain data given about him. That is Raju 23, Pawan 26, or Suresh 9 years. So you can gather data together. That is key value pairs. That is where we use dictionary. You will understand these things as and when we go to the ahead in the video. You will understand why we use them. I'll show you actually in the software. So as of now, we'll just understand the basic things. Coming to the next part, this is what we have discussed till now. Python data types. What are the data types? Numeric, integer, float, complex number we'll see later. Boolean, set, the strings, list, tuple. These are all the data types which we use. So friends, these are the important points which you need to remember. Now let us go to the important things. Okay, 3 important questions that beginners ask. Why do we have to know data types like list, tuple, dictionary? Why do we have to know those things? Next, why do we have to understand data types? Next, why only Python? Okay, let us understand those questions now. See, friends, modern day online marketing and money transfer. This is one very important example which I want to discuss here. If you see this e-commerce, online e-commerce business and all, huge amount of people data is getting accumulated every day. Why? Because many people are buying and selling things, and each and everything which a person is purchasing, all the data is getting stored online, and that data which is getting stored online is getting uh, is in huge amounts, that is in petabytes, terabytes and petabytes. So that data which is getting stored needs to be analyzed. Okay, see here, this is unstructured data. What is this? You can see here, friends, you can see here product code, order number, quantity ordered, price each ordered. So huge amount of data which is getting whatever the purchases are done, whatever the transactions are done, everything is getting stored online, and that is getting stored in databases in this form, unstructured data. It is unstructured, it is in unstructured form. This data is very difficult to understand. So see here, this is cloud. Okay, this is, what is this? This cloud. Each and everything which is getting stored online is being stored in these clouds. These are like storage systems. These are like hard disks, small, big, very big hard disk. The whole thing will be covered in one room. The whole room will have one hard disk kind of thing. All the data is stored in these things. Okay, so these will store unstructured data. This data. So now we need to understand the data. We need to structure that. We need to get it in a correct form. That is structured like this. We need to get that in a structured form, understandable form. Then we can make some sense out of that data. So we need to convert that unstructured, to convert this unstructured data into this structured data. We need to have some tool, and that tool is Python. Why we're using Python here? Because it is easy to understand and easy to use. That's the reason which I told you just now. As I told you, the data types, it is very easy. You can easily understand the data types. So once you understand those data types, you will be able to easily separate the data, analyze the data. So that is one beginning part. You'll see the further things now. So this is why Python is used, friends. Unstructured data, you can convert it or modify it or analyze that, and you can get it into a structured format for ease of understanding. That is why we use Python. Next, as you can see here, friends, this is very important aspect which I need to discuss. Few points, just important things. What is structured data and unstructured data? You need to understand this. So structured data is whatever we have in tables, called tables and rows and columns, in the form of rows and columns. And unstructured data, you can see here, images, audio, video, all these things which are there, emails, all this unstructured data. And this data, as you can see here, it is rising day by day. So it is rising and we need to understand that and analyze that. That is the reason we use Python. So this is one important aspect, friends. Now let us go to the next part. Growth of unstructured data. This is very crucial concept. You can see here, the structured data is very low. You can see at the bottom, friends, data having a defined data model. So that is like a database, table, tabular form. That is very less. Semi-structured, quasi-structured, unstructured. Unstructured data is very high. You can see this at this side. Increasing growth. The growth is increasing. Text documents, PDFs, images, all these are getting increased day by day. So to analyze that and understand, we need Python. Okay. So friends, let us go to the next slide. Simple Python programs. So here, friends, in this one, I'll be discussing simple Python programs, which can help you understand how Python actually works. I'll be telling you simple one-line codes, and using that, any beginner can understand easily. So coming to this part, let us see here the code. Syntax in English and Python. As I told you, friends, I have linked English and Python, which will help you understand how it is actually working. So whatever I discuss now, you can just type it down. You can just enter this in your Python IDLE environment. How to download that if you are not able to understand, I will discuss that in another video. As of now, we'll see what is this. First thing is, in English, what we say. I am learning Python. I directly say it or I directly write it. It is visible. But in Python, what do I have to do? I should say print in double inverted commas, I am learning Python. And if you execute that, the output will be I am learning Python. The Python will display, the Python software will display the same thing which you have entered there. Or there is another option, another method. You have to take a alphabet A is equal to, you can say I am learning Python, and you can say print A. If you say print A, again the Python software will show you I am learning Python. So what is this print? This is a basic command or a code to display what you want, what you have written, or what you actually want to be displayed. That to get it on the screen, you need to say print. Print is a basic code. Next, another example here. Who are you? If I want to say who are you, I just either say who are you or I can write who are you. But when I say, but in Python, what it happens is you just have to say print into double inverted commas. Who are you? The output will be, it will show you who are you. Why I'm telling you this? This is one basic part which is used when you write long programs. So initially, I'm trying to get into the programs by giving simple examples. So next one is A. You can just write A is equal to who are you. You can write, instead of A, you can write B, C, D, anything you can write. So A is equal to who are you. Then say print A. When you say print A, it will give the output as who are you. So what we discussed till now is simple syntax in Python. Simple syntax in English and Python. What is the difference here? In English, we just write directly, and in Python, we say print. That's it. So friends, let us see some mathematical operations in Python. So the mathematical operations are like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all these things, and much more are there. We will discuss those in other videos, next coming videos. So first, let us see how to write the program. So here, simple programs and mathematical functions, addition. What you can do is, you can say E is equal to 5. And next one is F is equal to 7. Then you can write G is equal to E plus F. Print G. It will give you the output. It will give the output as 12. So let us see that. Okay, friends, now let us see this. I'll execute and show you in this Python IDLE environment. So let us see that. See here, friends, I have already written the whole the codes because it should not again consume time. So I've written here the first one which I showed you. Let us see that. The first one which I showed you was I am learning Python. Print I am learning Python. So this one I have written here. You can see print I am learning Python. This thing which I have written in the bottom with the hash, it indicates that it will not run. That is just to show you the next part of the code. But typing that will take a lot of time, so I've just typed it already, but I'll show you one by one. So let us see. This first line is the code, is the first code. Print I am learning Python. So when I write this, I say run, and I say run. So it will show you. It will show you I am learning Python. That is the output. It is showing you the output as I am learning Python. So next one, as we discussed, I'll show you this part. Okay. Addition. Let us see the addition. E is equal to 5, F is equal to 7, G is equal to E plus F. Print G. I have mentioned it is output. Its output is 12. So let us see that. Okay. So let us see that here. I've written the example. I've already typed the example here. So let me show you this addition example. I'll take out the hash. Hash is a simple command which is given there to show that it should not be executed. If I remove the hash, it is a regular program. I can execute that. So I'm removing the hash now. I'll just remove the hash quickly and show you the program. Okay. So this is the program. E is equal to 5, F is equal to 7, G is equal to E plus F. So print G. Let us see how it will print out. Print now. Okay. So let us save it and then we can run it. Run the model. Okay. It is saying addition. I'll just give it. It doesn't understand the name. So addition. Okay. Now it will run the module. Okay. So you can see here. Friends, you can see this 12. This is 12 is 5 plus 7 is 12. It is indicating that the addition of 5 plus 7 is 12. So this is a simple program we can do in Python. E is equal to 5, F is equal to 7, G is equal to E plus F. This is how we do it. Now here again, I'll just remove the next core, the hash, and I'll keep the program for you to understand. So let us see the program here. So next one, M is equal to 21, N is equal to 15, P is equal to M plus N. Print P. So let us see how it prints. Okay, it will show us the value. M is equal to 21, N is equal to 15, P is equal to M plus N, print P. So let us see that. I'll run this, run. I'll save it and then I'll run model. So it will show me 36. It is showing 21 plus 15 is 36. It is showing me the values. Okay. So this is another thing which I just showed you. Okay. So these are the codes till now, friends. We will discuss about subtraction, multiplication, division, and different simple functions in Python in the next video. I have made simple methods, simple and easy understanding methods for loops in Python. So kindly see the next videos, and I have made very easy methods. You will be able to easily write loops in Python. So kindly see and subscribe my channel. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much.